I'm Chris Lawrence in Dallas with your headlines from North Texas. A man is headed to prison for forging documents and stealing people's homes. Senior investigative reporter Tanya Iser has been following this story for years. And while victims have seen some relief, Tanya explains why some families are still fighting for their properties.
Susan Bloyd waited years for this day.
It's been a long time. He needs to go to jail.
William Baldridge pled guilty to stealing her late parents' home and 19 others, using forged property deeds. But he was late to his own sentencing.
Makes me very upset and disappointed.
Ms. Baldridge. We first told you about Baldridge in 2019. There's a whole lot of properties that have been conveyed to your company where people are dead.
Please get out of my face.
This was not, oh, I made a mistake or I've misunderstood how this works.
Dallas County Assistant District Attorney Philip Clark prosecuted the case.
Most of the properties he sold to somebody else. He can't even title it back to them anymore.
When Baldridge did finally show up for court, he was 2 hours late.
The Uber car was late, and then I've had some...
You were supposed to be here at 9 a.m.
I didn't understand it to be 9 a.m. But I wasn't trying to be disrespectful at all. I've a lot of anxiety.
Speaking of anxiety, try being Bloyd or a Jericho Montalvo.
My parents passed away, and somehow they found a way to forge the signature.
The homes they grew up in, torn down, new houses built where their parents once lived.
They didn't just stole the property, but they stole the part of my parents and the legacy they left behind.
My father bought it on a GI Bill in 1961, and someone's living there. So we lost it.
The judge sentenced Baldridge to 9 years in prison, 10 years probation, and ordered he pay $550,000 in restitution.
I wasn't completely satisfied with the sentencing, but it's something.
And if Bloyd or Montalvo want those properties back, they'll have to file in civil court. We've investigated deed fraud for years. Now lawmakers are cracking down with notary reforms, help for victims, and tougher penalties on the table during the current special session. Back to you.
Well, if you have to fly out of DFW Airport, just be aware of all the construction at Terminal B. Drivers will have to detour due to a major project now underway. Crews are preparing to tear down the old flyover bridge into Terminal B and connect a new one in its place. To do so safely, they need to change how drivers exit Terminal A and access Terminal B. The detours will be in effect for about 90 days, and there are signs to guide you through. Airport officials are working to shift every terminal entrance to the right-hand side for easier navigation. Once the work is done, they'll open a more intuitive right-hand exit into Terminal B, with similar upgrades coming to Terminals A and C. This is a long-term benefit for DFW Airport, but some workers tell WFAA they're well aware of the major event next summer.
We're going to host 9 of the Soccer World Cup events. We want to make sure that our guests who are arriving to watch those games through DFW Airport have a pleasant journey. So we're doing everything possible to finish those bridges prior to the 2026 World Cup.
Travelers are advised to arrive 30 to 40 minutes earlier to navigate the detours. You can find maps and detailed instructions on WFAA.com. The Fort Worth City Council just voted to cut its DEI programs, but Mayor Matty Parker says it had to do so to comply with federal law and a precedent set by the Supreme Court. The city stood to lose nearly $300 million in multi-year grants, money it needs to fund transportation, aviation, and neighborhood services, including rental assistance and home repair programs. Council members did approve a new small business development program to support entrepreneurs impacted by the change. One of the fastest growing cities in Parker County now has a police chief. She's the first person to ever hold that office, and Brittany Costello just spoke with her in Alito.
The small town feel is part of Alito's charm.
We used to joke around there were more cows than there were students.
Not anymore.
Football season is starting.
The longtime resident and business owner Christina Donnelly says students are still the heartbeat of this community and the centerpiece of her shop.
I feel the need to mention that We have won 12 state championships, so just wanted to get that out there.
Her once sleepy town is wide awake.
It's just like, what? We have traffic now?
Alito Mayor Shane Davis says the population has more than doubled since these signs were put in, and there are no signs of slowing down.
We've also now grown to a point where the city is starting to meet the country.
He says it's time to build for the future with a brand new city building to house the city's first police department.
I thought this is going to be a really exciting opportunity, a challenging one, but really exciting.
This is Carol Riddle, a retired Arlington police officer, now Alito's new police chief.
Anytime you have growth and a community is growing and you have a population influx, people want to feel safe in their community.
Calls are handled by Parker County Sheriff's Office now. Riddle says the transition will be seamless.
Right now, the chief says Parker County is fielding just a few hundred calls for service every year, but she says when the department moves into this new city complex, she expects those calls to go up.
She plans to hire 5 new officers with a $1.5 million budget.
We don't have a lot of crime now, but that doesn't mean it won't be coming. And we want to let those people know that we're ready for you.
With developers on the city's doorstep and plans to widen Alito's main road, Davis says this is just the beginning. In Alito, I'm Brittany Costello.
With the new school year about to get underway in Mosquite, the community is demanding change. Officials came together to address a string of teenage shootings. The movement comes after 3 teenagers were killed in a matter of days. Teresa Woodard shows us what's being done to make things safer.
We need the guns out of their hands.
A community concerned about its kids.
There's been a whole lot of murdering in this community.
During a 4-day span in July, in 2 unrelated incidents, 3 teenagers died in Mosquite, all shot. Brandon McGee was one of them. He was 16. A 15-year-old was charged in his murder.
It seems like more teenagers are getting hold of guns, and that's not good. It's tragic.
Police say in both cases, the guns were stolen.
If you're going to be a gun owner, please be responsible. Please keep it locked up.
This emergency town hall came 2 weeks after the shootings and 1 week before school starts.
Everything that happens in a community, whether school is in session or not, ends up getting inside of the schools.
Leaders from the schools, the city, local churches, and nonprofits agreed this is a shared problem, but say much of the solution
Parents done really broke my heart.
lies with parents.
They just allow these children to do what they want to do without any kind of repercussion.
They are pleading with parents to not only be nosy, keep track of where kids are and who they're with,
So parents are going to have to be parents again.
but also teach that a single shot can have deadly consequences. Summer is ending. They hope violence does too. In Mosquite, I'm Teresa Woodard.
Parents have a lot on their plate right now. Let's hope some of those ideas take hold. Those are your headlines from North Texas.